Good morning. You are listening to UpReach, a morning devotional presented by the Church Street Church of Christ in Lewisburg, Tennessee, to encourage you as you face the opportunities and challenges of today. Let's begin this day together with some inspiring thoughts from God's holy word. Solomon made in front of the temple 2 pillars 35 cubits high, and the capital that was on the top of each of them was 5 cubits. He made wreaths of chainwork, as in the inner sanctuary, and put them on top of the pillars. And he made 100 pomegranates, and put them on the wreaths of chainwork. Then he set up the pillars before the temple, one on the right hand, and the other on the left. He called the name of the one on the right hand Jachin, and the name of the one on the left Boaz. 2 Chronicles chapter 3, verses 15 through 17. Recently, I read an article written by a man who was reminiscing about a past trip to the Holy Lands. In this article, he writes, quote, "In 2003, I took my first trip to Israel. I visited the Wailing Wall, the only thing left of the original temple built by David's son, Solomon. I took an underground tour of the temple foundation, which allowed us to see the incredibly huge square boulders that were used to lay the foundation. History states that these boulders were cut off-site and transported to the temple location to avoid loud noises in the temple area. Pillars are designed to provide the foundation to a structure. These towering cylinders provide the height and strength to connect the roof to the lower foundation." End quote. What's remarkable is the name of the 2 pillars that stood in front of the temple. Jachin, which means "it establishes," and Boaz, which means "in it is strength." Jachin is a priest. Boaz is a businessman, also known as a king in the Scriptures. He is also Ruth's kinsman redeemer, whose lineage will be traced all the way to Christ. See Matthew chapter 1, verse 5. It is a picture of 2 people God will use to represent the entrance into God's presence and the forming of the foundation of Christ's church. The Bible says that Christians, those who have been washed by the blood of His Son, are both kings and priests, but we also have 2 separate distinct roles to play in His body. Today, God's kings and priests are joining together to bring the presence of God into the place that has typically been forbidden territory, the workplace. It is only when this partnership cooperates in unity, mutual respect, and affirmation that we see God's power released. Alone we cannot do it. Together we can bring the presence of God into all spheres of society to transform workplaces, cities, and nations. Will you allow God to use you today to change the climate and culture of your workplace to His glory? This has been UpReach, a presentation of the Church Street Church of Christ in Lewisburg, Tennessee. I am Kyle Bolton, the pulpit minister at Church Street, and I would like to personally invite you to come and share times of Bible study and worship with us each week. We meet every Sunday at 9 o'clock a.m. for our morning worship, followed by our Sunday school for all ages at 10:15 a.m. Then we meet again at 6 o'clock p.m. for our evening worship. We also have a midweek meeting for devotion and Bible study on Wednesdays at 6:30 p.m. I hope to see you there. Have a blessed day.
I have a friend, they call him Jesus. I have a friend, the angels praise his name. When I was down, he lifted all of my burdens, touched my life. Now I'm not the same. Oh, Master, may our voices ascend beyond the stars to Thee. We thank You with our lives and praise You with a song.